Why do this? Why? Awesome. Now my hair is gonna be a mess. Yeah. My tea is too hot. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Happy Monday. My aunt and uncle are in town, so I decided that now would be a perfect time to talk about family because it's kind of all I can think about right now. Family is what you make it. There is this tendency in recent years I've noticed that people have to call their family dysfunctional, and it kind of irks me because even though I'm sure at some point or another our families are all kind of dysfunctional, and at different points in our lives I'm sure that we're viewing that through a lens of this is not functioning the way I want it to. But I feel like a lot of the time we're vastly exaggerating the situation. And 9 times out of 10, the reason that your family isn't functioning the way that you want it to is your choice. You have to choose your family. My mom always chose our family. And so, I mean, loving my mom was really easy. She was my absolute best friend in the world. She was in like the top 10 greatest people to have ever walked on the planet. And she was just the most loving person I think I've ever met in my entire life. And my mom always chose our family. Our family came before everything in my mom's life. She would always choose my brothers and I. She would always choose my dad. She would always choose our family and keeping our family together. It was the most important thing to her. We spent so much time jumping back and forth between Florida and Michigan to the point where I don't really even know where I'm from anymore. And that's all because my family is in Michigan. And that was important to her. It was important to her to be around her brothers. It was important to have my dad around his brothers and sister. It was important to have us around our cousins. And as a result, my family is so weirdly close that I didn't realize until way later that most people are not as close with their cousins as I am. They're like my best friends. But my mom was really easy to love in that sense. It never occurred to me that you had to try for a family until my mom had passed away. After my mom passed away and we were left without that glue that holds a family together, we had to figure out what it meant to be a family without that. And it took me a really long time to realize that it comes down to a choice. You have to choose your family. Even though my dad was there the entire time, I had to choose my dad. I had to let him be my dad. I had to choose my brothers and let them be my brothers. I had to choose to be a good daughter and a good sister, and most of the time I'm still not that great at it. I have to choose to keep my extended family close together and to make time for them and to pay attention to what is going on in their lives, or you lose that. My mom was really good about that. She called my Uncle Larry, like once a week. I don't even talk to my brother once a week, and he goes to the same church that I do and lives 5 minutes away from me. Because my mom knew that if she wanted to have a good relationship with her family, she needed to choose them. And that's something that I'm still working on, and I think it's something that we all need to work on. And we have to choose to invest in those people. We have to choose to love those people. Sharing a gene pool does not mean you're going to get along. You cannot take a group of imperfect people, throw them in a house together and say it's gonna work. We have reality TV shows about it because we know it's a recipe for disaster. If you're going to have a good relationship with your family, you have to choose them. You have to choose them when you don't like them. You have to choose them when they vote for a different political candidate than you do. You have to choose them when they live far away. You have to choose them when they are not choosing you. If you want a family that is worth fighting for, you have to fight for it. End of story. My mom always fought for our family, and I could do a lot better to fight for mine now. And I know at the same time there are people sitting here who are thinking, well, Kristen, I don't really have that choice. I don't have a family to choose. You know, that's not an option for me. And at the same time, when I say that family is what you make it, family is just as much who you make it too. I'm very lucky on top of my pretty decently wonderful family that I have happened to be born into just by pure luck. I have an amazing group of women who have stepped up just to be my mom because, I don't know, I guess I need a few. And I have an amazing big sister who I get to watch be a mom, and I get to watch her raise her family and choose her family, and someday when I'm in the same position, I have someone to look to. And I'm really lucky to have that, but it's still a choice. My sister and I have to choose each other. It doesn't matter just because I picked her out of the crowd and I was like, yeah, that one can be my sister, or other way around, I guess. And just because she chose me that one time doesn't mean I'm chosen forever. We have to choose each other every day. I have to choose my brothers every day. I have to choose my adopted mothers. I have to choose my dad. I have to choose my family, and you have to choose yours. Whether they're the ones you picked or they're the ones that were picked for you, you have to choose your family. Your family can be a lot of different things. It can look a lot of different ways. Family is who you worship with on Sunday mornings and argue with on Thanksgiving. That looks different to every single person on this planet, but that's the beauty of family. And I'm really thankful that all of you are a part of this YouTube family of mine, and I'm really thankful that I have all of your love and support, because I don't know what I'd do without it. Certainly wouldn't be doing this. So I guess the internet has you to blame for being so wonderful and supportive. So I want to encourage each of you this week to choose your family. Call somebody who you haven't talked to in a while and remind them why you've chosen them.